Good morning. Welcome to GVTV, Taking It to the Streets edition. I'm your boy RL with the lovely Savvy E and my man DJ PRS1. We have a special for y'all today. We're going to go out here and have an expert with us to show us how to sell a house. His name is Mr. J, and he'll be with us shortly. But in the meantime, how you guys been?
I've been doing fine. That's fine. Thank you for our first episode of Taking It to the Streets. Thank you for joining us.
Yep, it's great to be back. We missed it. We got to be together again. We're not watching each other on screens, which is great. You know what I'm saying? All right, behind the scenes, we got Lord Winslow. That's our cameraman. So if you guys wonder if the cameras are floating, no, it's Winslow back there. So Good Vibes TV, we'll be back.
Time to run it on, no sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Time to run it on. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down that check. No drip this, tell them run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first.
Hi, my name is Jagan Lawan Singh. I'm a licensed realtor in DC, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. I'm also a notary, a loan signing agent, title producer, event promoter, anything you do to work for yourself. I don't want to work. We are going to do a little walkthrough to show what it takes to get a house prepared for sale, to make sure that you get the most offers and the best price when you're selling your house. Some things to take in consideration is when you're selling your house, first impression counts. When people pull up to your house, just like buying a car or taking somebody on a date, but the first impression. When you pull up and the landscaping is done properly, the outside catches your eye, buyers might tend to ignore a fault inside. So you gotta make sure the outside looks real good. As you can see with the landscaping, the grass isn't cut, the brush is over, not manicured properly. You got stuff piled up, a nice water fountain and a pool, but it's not in operation. Dust on the siding. Solar panels look good. We're gonna take a look at the outside of the house, the front, and then we're going to take a walk inside so we can give ideas on what to do to clear the house up, stage it properly, and make it show, and maybe, if need be, do some renovations to get the best price, maximize your return. All right, let's go. You see all the, as nice as all of this looks, it's too much for a small space. Also, your siding is covered in dust. Buyer is gonna have to spend money to get that all cleaned up to how they like it. So they're gonna start adding to the sale price. So that's going to increase the money they spend, or that's what the money they're going to have to deduct from what they're offering you. All right, so if your house is listed at $10, it's going to cost them $2 to clean all this. So they're gonna either deduct that from your $10 and wanna offer you $9. All right, as you can see inside here, it's cluttered. This is a nice big room. However, you got a bunch of stuff. You need to clear all this, make it open up, show how big the room is, and maybe right now everyone goes for the open concept. If the seller has the money to put out, they take down the walls, open it up, give you that open look, and that will increase your value. There are a few things that increase the value in your home. The landscaping, your siding, your flooring, bathroom, kitchen, deck. Once you have that, that's less work for a buyer to do, less renovation, so you'll get the most amount of money for your property. Another thing is to have a neutral color. Every room being a different color doesn't help with the sale. So you need to have a neutral color like a white or a gray, a light gray. That's the thing now. Hardwood floors or new carpet. Laminate, they have some really good laminate floors that will look good, last long, and it's not too expensive.
Stop. What the hell are you talking about? Get my pretty name out of your mouth. We are not the same with or without.
You're locked in to Trini Spice FM, bringing you the best known and less known soca, Caribbean and urban music from around the world. Trini Spice FM. Good vibes. Good vibes only.
Make I go love you, Jaja, Jaja, Jaja. Make I go love you, tender.
Trini Spice FM.
Welcome back to GVTV, taking it to the streets. We're here with our guest and real estate extraordinaire, Mr. J. Mr. J, what is it? I'm not even going to try to mess that man's name up. I'm Mr. J. Tell me, what's the process of buying a house?
Process of buying a house is first thing you have to decide on the type of home you want, the size of home, whether it's 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 10 bedroom, whether it's a single family detached or a townhouse, row house. You know, different people have different needs and your price range, right? The first thing you do, you decide what type of home you want. Next step is you get in touch with a real estate agent who will explain the process of, you know, what it entails, how long it might take, and your first step after that is getting in touch with a lender. I always recommend you get in touch with 2 or 3 lenders, just like when you're shopping for anything else. Whichever lender gives you the best price, best offer, you go with them. One lender might give you 4%, and another lender might give you 3.5%. You know, and whoever gives you the best or best terms on your loan, you go with them, because that 0.5% over 30 years is a lot of money, right? So the second step is getting pre-approved. Because when you start your search and you find a house that you are interested in and you make an offer, the listing agent, the seller wants to see a contract with your offer price, the terms for closing, how long you're going to take before, whether it's 30 days, 40 days, 60 days, and your financing. You have to attach a copy of your pre-approval letter from the lender to your offer, and your earnest money deposit check. A copy of that has to be attached to the offer, and your earnest money deposit is between 1 to 2% of the sale price of the house. So if the sale price is 100,000, 2% is 2,000. If it's 200,000, that's 4,000, right? So all those three things have to be submitted to the listing agent, and the seller will decide whether they want to sell the house or not. Depending on the market, if it's a seller's market, you're gonna have maybe 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. I've had where I put in an offer for a house and they had 30 offers. Of course, we didn't get it, but you know, if it's a buyer's market, you can negotiate. If the house is listed at 100,000, you can maybe offer 95, 90 and get it. After that, we do, if the offer is accepted, we do the inspection, order the home inspection, where we get an inspector to go through, inspect the house, if there's any repairs to be needed or not. If there is repairs to be done, the seller has to complete those repairs by the date of closing, or give you a credit for those repairs so that you can do it yourself. And then once everything is satisfied and you happy, and the offer goes, the contract goes to the lender, and the lender does an appraisal on the property. The lender will only lend you what the property is appraised for, not what you offer. So if the house is listed at 300, you offer 300, and they do the appraisal and it comes back at 280, the lender is going to lend you 280. You have to come out with your pocket with that 20,000 to make the difference.
Wow.
Or you can negotiate with the seller and let him know, this is what it's appraised for, this is what you buy, paying for it. If they agree, you get it for 280. If not, and you are not going to come out with your pocket with that additional 20,000, you can walk away from the deal, get your earnest money deposit back, and move on to the next house.
Just what advice would you have for a first-time buyer?
All right, for a first-time home buyer, when you're looking at buying a house, things to take that you need to know is your credit score. Right now, first-time home buyers, some lenders take 580 as a minimum score for first-time home buyers. Other lenders take 600, some take 620. You need to get a good idea of your credit score. Don't use Credit Karma. Credit Karma does not give you a good idea of your credit score. You go to annual credit report. Everyone is entitled to one free credit report every year. Go to annualcreditreport.com and you can get your credit report from all three. And how lenders do it is each credit reporting bureau, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, their credit score is about 20 points different. So one might have you at 580, another one might have you at 600, another one might have you at 620. But the lender would use the median, which is 600, when they lend it. They also your credit score gives you what your interest rate will be. The higher your credit score, the lower interest rate will be. Your income and debt to income ratio gives you how much you qualify for, right? So those things you need to keep in mind. Lenders would want, there's a list of documents they need when you applying for a loan. You know, your W-2s, your transcript of your last 2 years, 3 years tax return, your pay stub, and a bunch of other stuff they would request from you. For a first-time home buyer, one benefit of a first-time home buyer is your deposit is 3.5%, as against conventional, which is like anywhere from 5% to 20%, right? Also, as a first-time home buyer, there are some grants that you might be qualified for, which is like in Baltimore City, you can get, Maryland has a grant program, through Maryland Mortgage Program. Baltimore City has a Live Where You Work program and a couple other programs. Baltimore County has a first-time home buyer program. Howard County, each county has a first-time home buyer program. So you might be able to qualify for a grant that'll go towards your closing costs and down payment. The good part is you get free money. The downside to that is it takes a little longer to get pre-approved, and you have to go with the lenders that they recommend, that they send you to. So your interest rate might be a little higher when you go with these programs, right? As against going on your own and not getting the grants and coming out with your closing costs and down payment out of your pocket. A good estimate of your closing costs and the amount of money you would need is anywhere from 5 to 7% of the cost of the house, of the loan amount. So if your loan amount is $300,000, it's on the high end, and I always give people the high end to make sure they have more than enough money than giving them, on the low end, and then they get more, their cost is more, and then they get surprised and they can't complete the deal. So say 7% of whatever it is. So if it's 100,000, 7% of that is 7,000. 200 is 14,000. 300 is 21,000. So
All right. I think one of the questions I have, for veterans, veterans and military people out there, what type of benefits, as a military veteran just coming home, trying to buy a new home, do you have any benefits that can affect them? And I've seen it on real estate.
For veterans,
right.
The good thing is they can get a VA loan, which is backed by the VA, Veterans Administration, and depending on your income and so on, they'll back you. Once you have the income to make the payments, they will back your loan. So it's easier for veterans to get a loan, and technically there's no minimum credit score for a veteran, right? But on the flip side of that, lenders have minimum scores. So some lenders might go below the 580 or 600 to lend to a veteran, but but the VA is going to back any loan that a lender is willing to give you once that lender approve you for the loan.
Yeah, that's good to know. I have one more question. Okay. I have one more question. The next question, one more question. So you go out to properties and show individuals or their families the house, right?
Yeah.
So you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. You ever come across, I don't know, a woman who want to see a property, it's just you and her in the house, and she try to take some off the deal?
Nope. I never come across that, and even if I did, I can't take anything off the deal because if I have a buyer, I don't charge. The only fee a buyer has from me is $500 that goes to the brokerage. I don't have any other charge to the buyer.
Have you ever lied and said you could take some off the deal and brokered your own deal inside that house?
No, I can't do that. It's illegal. I could go to jail. I could lose my license, and my wife gonna throw my ass out.
Welcome to Good Vibes TV. Yep. All right, Jay. Well, we want to say thanks for joining us on Good Vibes TV.
No problem.
Thanks for coming out, letting us know, everything that's going on in terms of the real estate business. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Jay, we'll get you his information. It should be listed on the bottom, somewhere down here. You'll see it. All his information. Reach out to him. He'll give you a good deal. He's an honest guy. I know him. My son's named after him.
So we want to thank you for our first episode of Good Vibes, Taking It to the Streets. So we just going to close it out, do what we always do, talk foolishness, and thank y'all for joining us for our first episode. So I'm going to hand it over to my man, Lindsay, over here, and he's going to take us out of here.
All right, again, thank you for joining us. This is not officially the third season, but it's actually, we've been doing this for 3 years now. So it's a good thing, good vibes. We're excited. Also want to say, for those who've been asking me about my book, guess what? I got me a manager, and she's going to help me get my book out next year. Had to get a woman because everybody else was failing me.
And I'm going to do the movie.
He can be in the movie. Be the little guy with a little problem.
I'll do the screenwrite.
But how you been?
I've been fine. I'm just taking it one day at a time, doing what I do. I have some projects coming up. I have a project coming up called Chicks and Sneaks, and it's supposed to raise money for children for Christmas. Even though I don't celebrate Christmas, I'm always good for helping the kids. Savvy like the kids. So I'm gonna have more information about that, and I'm just doing me.
Well, you know me, guys. I'm Trini Spice FM. Join, download the app. I'm sorry, I'm still with Savvy. Savvy like the kids. It's like one of those little clown thing, pedophile kind of thing. But anyway,
Not a pedophile.
Anyway, I had to go with that. But yeah, if you download the app, download the Trini Spice FM app. I got all the brand new soca on there. Check it out. And stay tuned. We're back on every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday, we're coming to you soon. We got a great show coming up when we're back in studio. We're going to have some great guests, for this season. Stay tuned, log on, subscribe. It's free, download it. Just, blast the algorithm. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. That way we can get some, get paid for this. We have to pay for these shirts. But you close it out.
Before I close it out, definitely check out my man PRS1, Trini Spice. I listen to it all the time. The soca is hot, man. The soca is hot. Plus, I'm not sure if he's still doing the brunch.
Yeah.
He's doing the brunch on Saturdays, and it's amazing. Please support this man. This man's working really hard. He buy all the equipment, and I don't even know how he does it because my wife, she manages my account. There's no way I'm going on Amazon spending $600-700 a week. So subscribe. Give back to this man's family, okay? But that is an episode. First episode is in the books. I want to thank you for joining GVTV Take it to the streets. We out.
Time to run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Time to run it on. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turn to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down, now check. No drip, is time to run it on. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first